Hello, and in our Old Testament reading today we learn about somebody called Daniel. Now Daniel was really rather brave. He had a difficult life. He was a refugee. He was taken from his own country and made to live somewhere called Babylon. But rather than sulk and struggle, he decided to put his head up high, be a good Jew and do his best. Now that involved working hard, but it also involved finding time to pray. The king liked Daniel, and Daniel rose up to a position of power in the king's government. But some of the king's other workers did not like this. So they hatched a plan to get him in trouble. They said that only the king could be worshipped. But Daniel refused to stop praying to his God, to our God. And do you know what? Amazing things happened when he just decided to carry on keeping that connection with God in tough times. Jesus also, in our reading today, walked away in tough times after a heavy day to spend some time on his own praying to his Father. And sometimes we all need to do that. So that is why we are looking at solitude today. So, Richard, could you read step 1?
Oh, here we go. Step 1. Draw yourself and design your superhero mask on the superhero page. Like
okay,
this.
So I've already drawn myself again. This is page 2. But I didn't want to draw my mask without showing you. So I'm just doing a quick design here, but you've obviously got lots of time to think about how you might design your mask. So here we go. I'll just have a quick go. Now, obviously, you could always play around on some paper first, have a couple of attempts. I might have already done that while you weren't looking, and decide what you want to do with your own mask. So this is step 1.
It's a bit spotty, isn't it?
It's a bit spotty. I've got a bit of a spotty superhero. Here we go.
Here we go, right, step 2. Right, colour in your mask, fold the tabs, those tabs again, and put it on your superhero.
So, as well as having a mask in your book, you
mask in the
also
book,
have a cardboard mask. So, use the same pattern as you used in the book.
Does this come from your craft pack, the cardboard mask?
This is in the craft pack. So obviously, if you don't have a craft pack, you're going to need to make one of these. Here we go.
You're going to colour it in orange by perchance?
I thought I might do.
Is it going to match the one in your book?
Well, I'll open my book up again and you can tell me if you think it matches at the end.
You could do them differently, but that might be controversial, I don't know.
No, you could do. Do you know what? They're not your masks, so it's your choice. You could also use this mask as a template and draw around it on some ball card, and your superhero could have different masks.
Interchangeable.
Interchangeable, I know. Magic, that. Here we go. So I'll just finish colouring this in. Now, obviously, again, I'm doing this quickly and I've just chosen a simple design so that I can do that. But you can spend longer thinking about the design of your mask and colouring it in. As I said, you could even make more. So when you've coloured it in, you need to take your person that you made last week.
We'll just come around it.
And then you just fold like this. The mask round, and the mask will sit on your superhero, you see. So your superhero has a mask to remind them that sometimes they need to go and spend some time on their own. Now, Rich, could you read step 3 for me?
Okay, step 3. Draw a cartoon strip or write some questions about your superhero and their mask.
So if you've got the book on the other page, and we'll have this every week, you've got an option to either draw a cartoon strip or ask some superhero questions. So you've got some space for either here. You can have a cartoon strip or some questions. And I'd like you to think about what your superhero might get up to. Why do they need a mask? What do they do when they're wearing their mask? And we'd really love to see your finished cartoons or see your questions so we can learn about your superheroes.
So they could be saving a cat from a tree, that kind of thing.
They could be saving a cat from a tree, or a friend's dinner that was going to get knocked on the floor in the dinner hall at school.